Welcome to Earthquake Rebuild. Before you start playing, there are a few things we would like you to know. The purpose of this game is to rescue and shelter all families in a village that was severely damaged by an earthquake before another earthquake occurs. This involves finding all of the building materials, such as shipping containers, finding all of the village's families, reconstructing a row house, and sheltering all of the families. When you start the game, you will notice that there is a menu with 4 options. You'll start the game on the Task tab. The Task tab describes the scenario and shows the tasks that you need to do, and the tasks that you've already completed. In this level, there are 4 game tasks: finding all the shipping containers, finding all the families, reconstructing the row house, and sheltering all the families. Please read the description on the Task tab very carefully, and make sure that you understand each of these tasks so that you can successfully complete the level. The Family Assignment tab allows you to assign families to shipping containers once you've found all of the families. Notice the family scoreboard in the top right-hand corner of the screen. The scoreboard shows you the number of families of each type and their current status. The top row shows the 6 different family types. Large ovals represent a single adult, while small ovals represent a single child. For instance, the third family type from the right is composed of 1 adult and 2 children. The first column shows the 3 states a family can be in, either sheltered, homeless, or lost. Lost families, represented by frowning faces, have not been found yet. Homeless families, represented by neutral faces, have been found but not assigned to a home yet. Sheltered families, represented by smiling faces, have been found and assigned to a home. The numbers in the scoreboard represent how many of each family type are in each state. For instance, in this scoreboard, 5 families of 2 adults and 1 child have not been found yet. The Help tab can be used to look up the game's controls or, more importantly, be used if you are having trouble with the problem-solving task. Do not hesitate to use this menu if you are struggling. To view the help, click the plus button to enter the menu. Again, the problem-solving help can assist you in completing the level's objectives if you are at all confused. Finally, the Scratchpad tab can be used to make calculations. For instance, let's say I wanted to calculate the value of a complicated expression, like the quantity of 3 plus 4 all multiplied by 7. I can simply type this expression into the Scratchpad menu and hit Enter. The Scratchpad will then print out the value for me. You can hit Escape to open and close this menu. After you hit Escape, you will be in the Adventure mode. In the Adventure mode, you control your character from a first-person perspective to explore the island and assign families to shelters, which I'll describe in a little bit. You use the mouse to look around and can use W to move forward, S to move back, A to move left, and D to move right. You can also use the spacebar to jump. The first thing you want to do in the game is collect all of the materials and families. To collect them, walk up to them and simply left-click on them. Collectible materials include cement pillars, shipping containers, wooden planks, and rubble mounds. When collecting a family, note how the happiness meter in the bottom left-hand corner increases, and how the tallies in the top right update. After you collect all of the materials and families, you can switch to build mode by pressing 0. You can press 0 again to go back to the Adventure mode. In the building mode, you view the island from an overhead perspective. You can use this mode to construct shelters for the families out of the shipping containers. In this level, you want to recreate how things were before the earthquake. To do this, you can look at the 2D pre-quake view shown here. Additionally, you can also look at the 3D pre-quake view shown here. In the 3D view, you can use a measuring tool by left-clicking once and then left-clicking again. The length of the measure appears in the top box. You can save this value to the Scratchpad by hitting this button. To use the measuring tool outside of the history view, click this button on the left panel. You can delete a measurement by right-clicking on the red posts. To build in this mode, first click this button to open your inventory. You will see the items you have on the right. Drag an item to this box to assign it to be placed. Then, move the object around the environment with the mouse and left-click to place it. If the object is green, that means that it can be placed. If it is red, it cannot be placed in that spot, and you need to try placing it somewhere else. You can rotate these pieces with the greater than and less than keys. You can change the axis of the rotation with a tab key. You can move the pieces up and down using the arrow keys. Once you have the objects placed, you can use the Join tool to attach the objects together. Click on the Join tool on the left-hand panel. Then, left-click the two objects you'd like to join together one at a time. The objects will highlight when they are clicked, blue for the first object and yellow for the second object. After you have joined the shipping containers together, confirm that you are done building by using the Door tool to mark the main entrance to the row house. This will complete the third task, reconstructing the row house. To assign families, you first need to make openings in the shipping containers. In the adventure mode, hit the 9 key. Your wand will turn yellow. Then, left-click on the containers to remove the panel. Once you enter a shipping container, hit the Escape key and go to the Family Assignment tab. Use the plus and minus button for each family type to assign the families to the shipping containers. Then, hit the Escape key again to leave the assignment menu. Then, go back to building mode by hitting the 0 key. Once you are done with constructing the row house, hit the door icon on the right to mark the building's completion. Then, hit the checkered flag to confirm that you are done with assigning families to the shipping containers. This is but a brief introduction to the Earthquake Rebuild game. We encourage you to explore various strategies and to use your creativity to get the most out of the game. Again, do not be afraid to use the problem-solving help function in the Help tab to assist you in thinking through the problem and coming up with a solution. Have fun!